pathways are like higher than ours. So I wrote that down to remind myself that, and then I wrote also the verse that we had this morning. So, and that's like that verse affected me. So that's what I used. Okay. You go?
I thought we were going in order.
Oh,
Were we
me.
going in order of?
I got the center one because trusting God is a huge theme of my life and everyone else's life around me. And blessed are the poor in spirit, blessed are the meek, blessed. All of these things, we really need to trust in God in order to. And we need to not make sure, but allow Him to take control before any of these can be prevalent in our body, in our lives. And so that's what I took out.
Well, I wrote down, blessed are those who suffer because of me, and I wrote down Stephen because he was the first martyr.
This is kind of just hard to see because I used yellow for most of it. Well, right after the Beatitudes, I think, there was Jesus said something about great reward in heaven. So I would tie it to life on earth, and then the rest would be life in heaven.
Awesome.
I wrote the one here on top, and it's the first two Beatitudes. Blessed are the poor in spirit, and blessed are those that mourn. And under poor in spirit, what I got to learn from it is to humble ourselves before God and to seek and desire Him more, to seek and desire more of Him. And then for those that mourn, we need to be long-suffering, because like Caleb was saying, it's not grieving that lasts a short time, but it's suffering that lasts a while. And then following examples like Paul in suffering. And then I wrote at the bottom, all these things go against the world's standards, but our goal in life as believers is not to please man, but to please God.
I didn't put something in it, and I was reminded of like the priority list, and I mean it should be God number one, and then second God should be.
Awesome.
I drew a little road, and then this is like a lightning bolt, like raining. It's kind of like, at first sometimes you have to go through hard times to get to good places. It's like the last verse in the Beatitudes, it's blessed are those who are persecuted, and it's kind of like, we might have to get through hard times, but sometimes that leads to a better path. It's like, yeah.
That is awesome.